$50 to the winner of each string, and of course, if they tie a string, we split that at $25 apiece. And for the marksman of the day, the man with the most marks, Rotman's Furniture of Worcester will give you a $50 gift certificate. All right, enough of that. Let's talk to today's bowler, shall we? Hi, Tom.
Hey, John. How you doing?
It's what now, like a year and a half since you guys met the last time, isn't it? Something like that?
Yeah, about a year and a half.
A year and a half ago.
Yeah, and that was a battle right down to the very end.
Nail biter.
4 pins,
Four
huh?
pins.
Yeah, he beat you by only 4. But you went on to the championship show.
Yeah.
Because what was several weeks before that, you had your big 400.
That's true. That helped a lot.
So how you doing now?
Let's see. Not bad.
Obviously, you won a roll-off.
Yeah, I won the roll-off by 1 pin. Came all the way back from 56 pins going to the last string, and I can't believe I won it. But I would have liked to have bowl against somebody other than him, though. 13 weeks in a row is a lot of weeks.
Yeah, it sure is.
That shows you what kind of a bowler he is.
Well, he's on his way. If he does it today, he will then have tied Mr. Tony Karam, who has been holding that record of 14 victories for, I don't know, so long ago. It's just amazing.
I can remember when he did it, and I don't know if I was really bowling yet. It was a long time
Oh,
ago.
Tony! You heard that, Tony.
That's how long, the record's been there for a long time.
I know
It
it
shows you
has.
how good he was, and he did it a long time ago, and it's a record that has stayed a long time.
You won't get a free haircut from him for that. Okay. Good luck to you, and good luck to you, Tom. And we'll get underway right after this. All right, our challenger, Tom O'Brien, from right here in Natick, Massachusetts. High single 213, high triple 492, league average 128. For a moment, he had a diamond on the left side. Now it's a triangle. 245. And he has a spare to begin. Tom at a 725 in qualifying. That's for 5 strings. Seven is the fill, and he has left the 1, the 6, and the 10. He has a piece of wood right behind number 1. Tom is single, employed as an operations assistant. He qualified at St. Joseph's Lanes in Haverhill. And he has made it 2 in a row. Tom Olszta, defending champion. High single 209, high triple 504, and league average 136. Tom missed the head pin, and he has left himself with the corners full plus the 1 and 2. And he missed the head pin. It's a 10. He has a triangle to pick up for a spare. This one is made up of the 3, 5, and 6. Got a piece of wood that is rolling. Well, it started to roll right in front of it. Now it's going off to the left. Made it. All right, now let's see whether our challenger today, Tom O'Brien, can put 3 together for $50 in bonus money. It'll be tough. 4 is the fill, and he has left a triangle over on the left made up of the 4, 7, and 8, and on the right, in a line, he has the 3, 6, and 10. He almost did it. Everything down except the 7 pin. That's a 9. Ball was in the gutter when it hit, or it was partially in the gutter when it hit. Tom, having trouble with the foot foul line, had to do a little dance in order to stop. Still has 6 pins up, 4 horsemen right side, plus the 4 and the 7. And it's a 6. Tom Olszta working on a spare. Our Hi-Lo-Jackpot today worth $400. Our home viewer also $400. Six, but he has parallel pins with the 4 and 5 and the 7 and 8. Got a pair of them, but still has the 4 and 7. It's a 10. Wow, it looked as if he was too full on the head pin and was going to have a split, and yet they tumbled all except the 7 pin, and he's got wood in front of it. So a spare in the 4th, and as we always do after 4 boxes of the 1st and of the 2nd strings, we take a check on the scoreboard. So with pins already down and with a bonus ball still to be rolled by Tom Olszta, they are tied at 46. Our challenger, Tom O'Brien, now rolling in the 5th and 6th boxes of the opening string. Got pretty good action, but he winds up with a split. He's got the 4 and the 10. Ooh, I thought that might go with the wood, but both pins are still standing. A 9. A triangle. This is the 2, 4, 5, and a piece of wood just came up and is lying right alongside the 2 and the 5. You don't give away a nice spare leave like that. Not a good bowler like Tom, or either Tom. Speaking of which, the defending champion, Tom, is right now about to fill a spare in the 4th with what? Well, he got 7. However, all of the pins that are standing are in the back row. The 7, the 8, and the 10. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of wood. He's looked at it, he's made his choice, and he makes it. He's uncanny. He looks at it, he gets the picture of exactly what he wants to do. He envisions what's going to happen if he hits the specific spot, and then he concentrates on hitting that spot. That time, he came too full on the head pin, and he got just 3. Three more are still there. It's a 10. Keith Williams is filling in for Al Giglio, keeping score on the electronic scoreboard today, and in his place over at the big board where the folks are watching, here, Bruce Goldman is handling the scoreboard. Tom leaves 4 pins on the right and 2 on the left. 3, 6, 9, and 10, 4 and 7. Got all but one. There it is for a 10. Don Riley is our statistician and coordinator. Bill Rubin, of course, is our producer-director. Challenger Tom O'Brien now has the 5, 7, and 8 to work on. Knew as soon as he delivered it that it was not going to work. Ten. Our crew today is Margie McKenna, Skip Peabody, Ron Schindler, Jeff Sullivan, and in post-production videotape, George Ellard. Tom Olszta fires!
Hey, go get it.
An 8-pin drop, and he's looking at the 2 and 7. Made it. Spare in the 7th. The only one of our group that we haven't mentioned who is always on the spot at the lob line is Ralph Stewart, our lob line judge and referee. Now, here's the fill, and Tom has a strike. Challenger, Tom O'Brien of Natick. And the tall left-hander fires and leaves 5 pins. The 2, 4, 7 on the left, 6 and 10 on the right. Got just the 2 and 4. To 9. Tom made his first appearance on our show in 1991. Been on quite a few times, considering. As you know, our season starts right after our championship show, so that allows a person to, although a bowler can only be on once in our year, which is basically September 1st to September 1st. Nice shot for a spare. It doesn't allow in the calendar year to appear more than once. I mean, obviously, I'm not talking about when we're talking about consecutive victories in the instance of Tom Olszta, but a person could be eliminated before August, and then when the new season begins, could qualify for a roll-off and come right back again maybe about 6 or 7 weeks later, because that would be a new season. All right, Tom Olszta gets 7 with the first ball. Now he has the 1, 4, and 7. No wood to help. No. 8 in the fill and 9 in the box. So close to a strike. Everything down but the 6 pin. And yes, spare in the 10th. He's at 133 plus. A strike. 143. And $50 in bonus money. The first bonus in the first string goes to Tom Olszta for winning that string by a score of 143 to 114. It's the middle string, and of course our defending champion leads it off. Here he is, Tom Olszta.
Keep going now, Olszta. I'll pick you.
4 pins to pick up for a spare. On the right-hand side, object pin 3's got 3, 5, 6, 10. He has it. Missed the head pin. Got 6. Now looking at 1, 2, 4, 9. One, 2, and 4 went out of there in a hurry, but the 9 still standing. It's a chance. Tom O'Brien just missing the head pin. He leaves the corners full, plus 1 and 2. We saw this earlier. Same spare leave. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Bonus ball goes right down the middle and gets only 3. The 1, the 5, and the 9. Wow, what a shot. He came back and got everything except the 7, and the 7 is rocking back and forth. Now, Tom Olszta. He had a diamond, and 2 of the pins fell. So now what he's looking at is the 3 and the 5 for a spare. 3, 5 spare. He's got it. Spread eagle. Got just 4. No wood to help. So it's 2, 4, 7, 3, 6, 10. And, ooh, got just 1, the 2 pin. It's a 7 box. Now Tom O'Brien. Tall left-hander fires right down the middle and leaves at each corner 2 pins, the 4-7 and the 6-10, and he's got 2 pieces of wood right in the middle. He's looking at them very closely, figures out how he can get all 4 of these, and got all but 1. 6 pin didn't go. It's a 10. Four horsemen left side, and in back he has the 9 pin, which would be a very, very tough one to make, except for the fact that there's a piece of wood in front of the 9. And everything went except the 7 pin. seems as if he's hitting them exactly where he wants to, but they're just not going. Okay, after 4 boxes of the middle string in the first and in the second, again, a check on the scoreboard, and there it is. $50 in bonus money was won by Tom Olszta for winning the first string 143 to 114, and he's added a little bit to that. Right now, after 4 boxes, he leads 47-43. Now available on home video, the 1993 Candlepin Bowling Championship Show. See your favorite bowlers square off in this annual special program. This year's show featured Craig Holbrook, Al Johnson, Jeff Atkins, Brian McKinley, and Tommy Olszta. This would make a great holiday present for all loyal Candlepin bowling fans. This 80-minute home video is now only $19.95 plus $4 shipping and handling. To order, call 1-800-308-6868. Tom Olszta on the line, our defending champion. Already has won 13 in a row. He leaves the 2-4-7 on the left, 6 and 10 on the right with wood in front of it. Nope. Punched out the 4. It's a 7 box, 2 in a row. I hope that a lot of you were watching last week when Tommy made a spectacular spare in the 9th box. Just an absolutely beautiful. I said at the time, and I have no reason to change my mind, it's the best spare I've ever seen. And that allowed him not just to win. Oh, he just made a beautiful shot again. It allowed him not just to win, but also to post a 430. And that, of course, puts him in first place right now for our next championship show. In second place is Janet Pock with a 422. Tom O'Brien. Tom now has a triangle to pick up on the right-hand side. It's made up of the 6, 9, and 10, and he has 3 pieces of wood over in that area. And again, hard to believe, but Tom O'Brien did not get wood rolls up against it, but the 10 pin's still there. Now he has it. He has left 4 horsemen plus 2 on the left-hand side. That's the 1, 2, 4, and 7 for the 4 horsemen, plus the 5 and 8. Everything except the 5. It's a 10. Tom O'Brien opened with a spare 3, and then he's had nothing but 10. I mean, he's been bowling very, very well, but he's just not getting the spares, leaving 1 pin or 2. They look like they're perfect hits. Okay, 6 is the fill for Tom Olszta, and he's looking at 4, 7, and 3, 6. Going for the 3, 6. He's got it. While I have a chance, I want to remind you, first of all, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and then I want to tell you there will be no show in the next 2 Saturdays because of special Christmas and New Year's programming. And Tom comes back with a 9-pin drop, got 1 pin to pick up the 10. So our next show is going to be on January the 8th at 10:30 a.m. on Channel 5 in Boston. Yes, he has it. And half Worcester on the right side, punching out the 3 and 9. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The head pin, the 6 pin, the 7, the 8, and the 10 with no wood. And he was able to get one of them, so it's a 6 box. Everything down except the 10 pin. Okay. A spare. Now Tom Olszta working on a spare. Six is the fill, but to make another one, he has to take down with no wood to help the 2, 4, 6, and 10. No. It's an 8 box. No wood to help again. He's got 2, 4 on the left, 3, 6, 10 on the right. Did not get the object pin, which was the 3. Did get the 6 and 10. 2 and 4. And he got just the 2, so it's an 8 box. A pair of 8s. And a 112. All right. Challenger Tom O'Brien of Natick working on a spare, and he gets 7. Now what he's looking at is a side saddle triangle that's made up of the 2, 5, 8. Ooh, got the 2, and it went right between the 5 and the 8. It's a 9. $95 through 9. That looked like a strike as he delivered it. However, the 5, 9, and 10 are still up, and he has 3 pieces of wood, one of which is rolling in the gutter and will be removed by Ralph Stewart. And the hand for Ralph. Boy, I'll tell you, he is just not having any luck at all. That looked like it was going to be a perfect hit for the spare, but he left the 9. All right. 104. And another $50 in bonus money. How many times do you think that Tom Olszta would win a string with a 112? But he just did, and that's worth $50 to him for the 112-104, and his lead is 37 going into the 3rd string at 255 to 218. Challenger Tom O'Brien of Natick on the line, leading off in the 3rd string. just missed the head pin and has left the 1, 2, 4, and 8, and on the right, the 6 and 10. No wood. And that's number 1 out of there, but he just can't seem to get some of those pockets. It's a 7 box. Tom kind of getting up again, half Worcester on the right side. The grin on his face was because he started to go, what normally we go 1 and 1, as you know, lane 2 to lane 3. He almost came back and made a spare. But because we have certain number of minutes and seconds to fill, and no more, no less, then Phil Rubin is constantly looking at the clock and figuring out where we should be at a certain time. And when the bowlers are making a lot of marks or bowling fast, that usually is when they're making a lot of marks, when they are rolling only 1 and 2 balls in a box, then it's obviously that we're going to come in real early. So then we slow them down by keeping them on the same lane, so they have to wait for the reset. That just slows them down a little bit. But that's production. And that's why he's called the producer and the director. A 10. Again, a reminder, no show the next 2 Saturdays because of special Christmas and New Year's programming, so our next show will be on January 8th, 10:30 on Channel 5 in Boston. Tom has a split, that is Tom Olszta, they're both Toms. He's looking at the 3, 6, and the 4. Almost got that 4. It's interesting because, as you know, for a sidelight, that Tom has already won 13 in a row, and only one other male bowler has had more in a row, and that's Tony Karam. Stacia Zernicke, the late great Stacia Zernicke, has the all-time record of 18 consecutive victories. Spread eagle for Tom O'Brien. Good 10. And a strike. Tom takes a bow. Sort of one of those sarcastic, ironic bows. All right, now Tom Olszta. Tom Olszta looking at 3 pins, the 3, the 6, and the 10. He has a spare. One interesting thing, Tom, I think I mentioned to you, or you, over the past 13 weeks, obviously, I have mentioned the fact that he came on the program. Well, he was on our Winning Pins program many years ago, but as an adult bowler, he came on in 1973. Nine is the fill, and he has a single pin to pick up. It is the 3 pin. I'll continue what I was going to say later. All over it. for 2 consecutive spares. Now Tom O'Brien comes up, and he's working on a strike. So 2 bonus balls to fire as he goes to lane 2 here at the fairway in Natick, Massachusetts, on the Worcester Turnpike, Route 9. First ball gets him 7 and leaves him with the 1, 2, and 8. And Wood has just dropped in between the 2 and the 8. Ooh, surprise. Got just the 1. Now he gets the other 2. So the fill is 8 and the box is 10. No Wood to help, and he has a split of the 2 and 4 and the 6. Good try, but the 6 is still there. It's a 9. All right, Tom Olszta has 2 in a row. The only bonus money so far in the match has been to Tom for winning the first and winning the second strings, $50 each time. 8 is the fill, and he's looking at the 2 and the 7. He's got it for $50 in bonus money. Let's see what he does here with this bonus ball, and it is 7 more. The first time Tom came on, he won 3 in a row, then lost in the 4th. Next time he came on, he won 5 in a row and lost in the 6th. Next time he came on, he won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and lost in the 9th. Nope, he did not make the 7 pin over there for another spare. And today, as you know, and as I have reminded you, he's going for his 14th in a row. All right, Tom O'Brien, today's challenger, now looking at the 2, 4, 5, and 7. He made it for the spare. Interestingly enough, the bowlers whom he met and lost to, I should say, Glenn Olson, whom we haven't heard from for a long time. That was back in November of '73. Big 9s. And then it was Rosario Lecchiara in '76, and Paul Berger stopped him in 1980. Yes, he has another. All right, 4 boxes to go for Tom, and obviously with a big lead.
Show me one, Tom. What do you got here?
3, 6, and 7. He used the wood to get the 3, 6. The 7's still there. Didn't get the sidewall action that he was hoping for. It's a 10. So Tom O'Brien picks up 9 right there. So close to a strike. Everything down except the 4-pin. And he's opposite a spare by his challenger. And a piece of wood rolls right in front of it. All right, final 2 boxes now for our challenger, Tom O'Brien. All right, the fill is 8, and he's looking at the 2 and the 5. Made it. So 3 in a row and $50 in bonus money for Tom O'Brien.
Another 50. Come on, get one more.
Oh, 7 is the fill, but it's going to be very, very tough for him to try to get. All right, he's got some wood that might help. He's got the 4-pin over on the left, the 9 and 10 on the right. There are 3 pieces of wood, actually, in front of the 9 and 10, and he's hoping he can send one over again. He did it! He did it! Yes! Nice shot by Tom O'Brien. $100 in bonus money.
Another 50. Strike. Warm it up for another 50. Big ball.
And add 6 more. Oh, 134. All right, now Tom Olszta. Nine-pin drop. The 2-pin to pick up. He has it. Now up to 123. Needs a 145 to break 400. There's a strike in the 3rd, and another $50 in bonus money for Tom Olszta for 3 marks in a row.
One more. A couple more.
And he's over 400 for another $100 in bonus money. Got 7. He's got the 3, the 4, and the 7. Wound up with a 152 and another 400. And he has done it. He has now tied Tony Karam with 14 consecutive victories. The only other bowler is the late, great Stacia Zernicke, who has had more. She had 18 in a row. But of all the male bowlers we've had on this program, and remember, this program started over 35 years ago, back in October of 1958, only Tony Karam had had 14 until today, when Tom Olszta tied him 407 to 352. Again, the quick reminder, no show for the next 2 Saturdays because of special Christmas and New Year's programming. Our next show is going to be January 8th, 10:30 a.m. on Channel 5 in Boston. Our total today, both bowlers combined, is 759, and we give 10 either side, and when I draw the card, even if it's nowhere near that, that person will be rewarded with a handsome gift from the Parker Pen Company. All right, let's see, 759, 10 either side, and that's for $400. All right, let's find out. Again, let's go over here on the left. All right. This one comes from Assonet, Massachusetts, and it's from Jeanette Mason, and her guess is $650. So I guess it's going to go up to $450. Now we have $400 in that Hi-Lo-Jackpot. So Tom, want to take another try at it? Son of a gun. That was supposed to be a Christmas present, wasn't it? Okay, Tom, you know it can go.
Whack it, all right.
You scared it. Okay, Tom, would you stay up here? And when I get... Okay, you get this from Din Brothers as your souvenir. Of course, we're going to take it back from you, but only to inscribe it with the date and so forth, and then we'll send it along to you. You finally picked up some bonus money, huh? And
finally. Some luck in that third string there.
Well, $350 plus $100, and you've been coming back for the last 2 or 3 years all the time.
4 years in a row. 4
Right.
years in a row now. Gets
So-
easier after one.
All right, I'll see you next
Be
year
easy
then.
if you don't have to face this guy.
Right. Okay, Tom, 14 in a row. That ties Tony Karam. And you were how old when Tony Karam did that?
13. You know, it's
You hadn't even been on our program yet, huh? How about that? Well, let's see. $350 in bonus money, plus $700, and a $50 gift certificate from Rotman's Furniture for being our marksman of the day. And now you're going to come back and you're going to try to make a brand new record for men, huh?
It'd be great. You know, Tony, what can you say? It's a record that's been there for a long time, and you associate the game with that. Tony Karam sticks right out. Him and Stacia Zernicki, 2 great bowlers. The record.
Well, you are
great
too.
to be there.
And so you and I both wish everybody a Merry
Merry Christmas.
Christmas. All right.